YouTube channel. Today we are going to be taking body measurements. So how to take accurate body measurements for any kind of female garments we want to make. So to start that, we'll be taking the shoulder measurement. And to take the shoulder measurement, you identify your client's collarbone, the two collarbone of your client. So from this point to the next point, that's when you get your collarbone measurement. From one collarbone to the next collarbone. That's where you mark your shoulder measurement. Then after your shoulder measurement, you start taking the measurements of all the horizontal parts. And with that, we start with the bust measurement. So this is where you have your bust measurement. At the fullest part of the bust. And make sure you have just a finger underneath your tape. And don't make it too tight, and as well don't make it too loose. After taking the bust measurements, you take the under bust measurement. All these measurements are necessary, especially when you are making a bustier or you are making a corset. Take the under bust measurement. This is where you take the under bust measurement. Like this. Then to take your waist measurement, you identify your client's the narrowest part of the waist. The narrowest part of the waist, or the slimmest part of your stomach. The slimmest part of your stomach. That's when you take your waist measurement. The slimmest or the narrowest part of your stomach. That's where you take your waist measurement. Then after that, you take the hip measurement. So you also identify the fullest part of the hip. That's where you take your hip measurement. At the fullest part. Then after taking the fullest part, you check if your tape can move up and down. Check if your tape can move up and down this way. Are you there? So this is how you take your measurements. Now we'll take all the vertical measurements. To take the vertical measurements, we'll leave our tape at the shoulder line, at the shoulder, the collarbone at the shoulder. That's after picking your tape, then you take your bust point, that's the nipple point, where you have the highest level of the breast. That's where you take your bust or your nipple point. That's the bust point. Then after taking your bust point, you take your under bust measurement. This is your under bust measurement. Then after that, you also move down the tape to your waist measurement, your waistline. That's where you have your calf length, your waistline. So your waistline is basically 2 inches above, 2 inches above your navel. 2 inches above your navel. That's where you have your waistline. And the waistline in the front is usually longer than the waistline at the back. So you should take note of that. The waistline at the front is usually longer than the waistline at the back. So waistline at the front maybe 16 inches, then waistline at the back maybe 14 inches. So it's usually 1.5 to 2 inches different. So to get the full length measurement, you leave your tape at the collarbone, leave your tape at the collar, leave your tape at the shoulder line. Make sure you're taking it on top of the breast. Don't take it like this. Take it on top of the bust. Then you move down to the ankle length. And now you take your full length measurement. After the full length measurement, after you must have been done with all these measurements, don't forget to take your hip line. You know, for most times, you don't usually take the waist to hip line because for average persons, their hip line is usually around 8 inches. Then for taller persons, their hip line is usually around 9 inches. But you can as well take the measurement. So from this waistline, you check for the fullest part of the hip. in the waistline, you check for the fullest part of the hip. That's where you get your line measurement. That's where you get your hip line measurement. Okay, with that being said, let's take the sleeve length and as well the round sleeve measurement. Now to take the sleeve length, you also leave your tape at the collarbone. Leave your tape at the collarbone and take it down to the waist for the long sleeve.